Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? A gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Thursday morning. It is June 11th and it's 4:27 in the a.m. This is my last recording for the day because I'm going to get to my paperwork. Why am I always behind in my paperwork? Anywho, I wanted to share this with you. I am coming up on my 10th year with my employer, and ever since I started working at this joint, and I use the term flippantly, it's a nice place as far as the people are concerned. I love that. It's a weighty job, and that some days I go home and it's the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't take work home with me. I need to say that, but the wear and tear of the emotional pull and drain and tug does take its toll. So the weekends I spend most of my weekend isolated. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just need to decompress from a lot of things. And I lose myself in my readings and my writing. My degree is in writing. I didn't get a degree in social work. So I lose myself in myself, if that makes sense. I'm saying all this to say that, you need to take time for yourself. And every year for the past 10 years, and then some, I've taken a vacation around the 4th of July. I'm not celebrating the 4th. I haven't celebrated the 4th since I was a kid. Now, sometimes I will get the grill out because it is a holiday, but I don't need a reason to grill. I'm a grill master, y'all. Anywho, but I am celebrating a cancer anniversary. It's July 1st, 2009. I was declared cancer-free. I have some chronic health issues. I often describe myself as the runt of the litter. If something is to be had, I'm usually the person that gets it. You can see I sit a little to the side. You can see it's very rare that you'll see my head upright. That has been since I was a kid. I have scoliosis. I found out in my 50s that I was diabetic type 1. But, as I thought about the diagnosis over the years, I'm pretty sure I always had diabetes and it just went unchecked. A lot of stuff went unchecked back in the day. My mom was an RN. I have to say that. My mom became a director of nursing. My mom wrote for nursing journals. So my mom is a writer, or was a writer. I had the medical background or the medical information in my background. But, and I know I speak for many Americans, not just African Americans, many Americans, health insurance was astronomical. I mean, even back in the day when I was born. So, most folks had to be damn near dead before they would go to the hospital because they knew there was going to be a whopping bill attached. I mentioned that if any of me or my siblings needed stitches, we'd go to the hospital to get them, but the emergency room was ridiculous in their costs. but my mom took them out. It's that kind of thing. It's like, okay, we'll get a formal diagnosis, we'll get whatever, and then it was home remedies and additional treatments. So I'm coming up on 17 years cancer free. And for those of you who are also celebrating hearing the words cancer free, I don't have to tell you, this is for folks who are, not in the know. Although you're living and you're celebrating, somewhere in the back of your mind, there's always the thought of recurrence and some level of anxiety about that. So, in saying that, I was diagnosed with DCIS, ductal, I hope I'm saying this right, carcinoma in situ, which means breast cancer, but it was still in the ducts. It hadn't broken free into my body. I opted for radical surgery. I'm not playing around, it's like, hey, I'm not giving this thing an opportunity to take hold. And I'm grateful for that choice. So, again, like I said, you rarely see me sit up. You see the slight curvature, scoliosis. Never diagnosed until late. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't feel back pain. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen the x-rays, I'm pretty sure the curvature starts just below my breastbone, and the pain or the curve, I feel it just below my shoulder blades in my back. So, like when I'm tense or I have any kind of stress, that pain is excruciating, and I work through it. I try to stay as limber as I can. I was active in sports, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but it's starting to as I get older, and I know it was exacerbated when my mom got sick, lifting her and supporting her while she, walked, or while she got out of a chair or into the tub. So I know it was exacerbated during that time. Both my shoulders are jacked. One shoulder was completely dislocated, and it continues to pop out. Not as much now, but that was a childhood thing where I was messing with a neighborhood bully. Yeah. It's like, no. And they managed to get a hold of me and twist my arm behind my back. So that initiated it, and then I really jacked it up playing softball in high school. So, that shoulder's messed up. Then the other shoulder, I'm ashamed to say, I jacked up in a fist fight. And when I grabbed the individual, they backed up really quickly, and I was off balance, so I fell. Still had a hold of them, because you're not going to tag me while we're in the middle of the scuffle. But I fell with my entire weight on my shoulder. Excuse me. While holding on to the individual, so it was 2 levels of body weight. It jacked up my shoulder. That took a while to heal. And then, as you recall, earlier in the year, or was it late last year? I can't even remember now, but as you recall, I slipped on some wet terracotta tile stairs and fell with my foot beneath me, bent backwards, knee bent, foot beneath my body, and fractured my ankle. The tendons on that are just starting to feel somewhat normal, but as I knew, healing in later life, the pain, yeah. So there you have all my medical maladies, and but God is still on the throne, and I'm still praising, and I'm still functioning, and although I'm almost 70, I'm looking at 70, y'all. Still got a baby face. No, seriously, peace and blessings. And take care of your health. And I'm going to sit here, back to my spirulina. My spirulina shake, it has strawberry, mango, pineapple, and spirulina powder. I'm going to get my day started off right. Be blessed.